Hey guys, what's up? It's time to do a speed test comparison between the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 versus the Vivo X80. So the Vivo X80 is powered by Dimensity 9000 SoC with a 12 GB of RAM, while the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 SoC with a 12 GB of RAM as well. So on the back we have a triple cameras on both these devices. So Samsung has a 50 megapixel optical image stabilization main camera. Then we have a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, which give you a 3x optical zoom. While on the other hand, Vivo also has a 50 megapixel laser autofocus optical image stabilization main camera. Then we have a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel telephoto lens, which give you a 2x optical zoom. So on the back we have a glass on both phones. No information about the Vivo X80, but on the Samsung Z Fold 4 we have Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. And the frame on both phones is made up of aluminium versus armor aluminium on the Samsung Z Fold 4 again. And this is a folding phone, so you can see the hinge, as you can see, and this is the one of the best foldable phones in the market right now. So I am very excited to see the Samsung Z Fold 4 in action. So on the bottom, USB Type-C with the stereo speakers, no headphone jack on both these devices. So now let's quickly boot both of these phones up at the same time. Here we go. So both devices is running on Android 13. We have Samsung One UI 5.1 versus FunTouch OS version 13. Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 versus Dimensity 9000. So the Samsung Z Fold 4 is a tiny bit faster when it comes to booting up, be the Vivo X80, but we only have 1 second difference between these devices when it comes to booting up. So guys, now let's talk about the displays between these two devices. So the Z Fold 4 auto display, it is a 6.2 inch dynamic AMOLED with 120Hz refresh rate. Also we have a center punch hole, as you can see, which houses a 10 megapixel selfie camera versus a 32 megapixel on the Vivo X80. But Samsung Z Fold 4 is a folding phone, so when you open the device like this, as you can see, it expand into the 7.6 inch Quad HD Plus dynamic AMOLED LTPO 120Hz refresh rate. Also we have a under display camera, you can see right there, but not all the time. So the under display camera, it is one of the main highlight I would say about the Samsung Z Fold 4. While Vivo X80 has a 6.7 inch over Full HD Plus AMOLED with 120Hz refresh rate as well. So also this is a curved display, as you can see, everything's closed up in the background, no app is running in the background. So now let's opening up phone dialer, that is very similar. So next on the list is settings, that one also very similar. So now let's go to the display. Z Fold 4 has a LTPO 120Hz refresh rate, which is auto 120Hz on the Vivo X80, so no LTPO on the Vivo X80. So now check out some more apps. Now let's start off with the Amazon shopping. Dimensity 9000 versus Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. So the Vivo X80 is a tiny bit faster. Again, the scrolling fee is really smooth on both phones. Both phones, it is on 120Hz. So now let's open this. Little faster on the Vivo X80. So now check out some games application. So now let's start off with the Candy Crush Saga. Very similar performance on both phones, as you can see. So Instagram, similar. Let's see Pin Out. Pin Out also very similar, as you can see. And the gaming experience, it is much better on the Samsung Z Fold 4. So now let's open this big game, which is called as PUBG Mobile. Let's see in that game which one is faster. Again, Dimensity 9000 powered Vivo X80 faster there, as you can see. That's really surprising. So we have a 2 or 3 second difference. Snapchat, similar. Spotify, little faster on the X80. Subway Surfer, little faster on the Vivo X80, as you can see. So the Dimensity 9000 is performed little faster than the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. So let me show the speakers on both phones. fast on the Z Fold 4. And now the Vivo X80. So the speakers, it is much more louder on the Samsung Z Fold 4, which is obvious. Let's see temper and 2. Let's see in the temper and 2 which one is faster. So the Samsung Z Fold 4 is taking the lead, but only 1.5 second difference between these devices. Now let's opening up the Twitter. That is very similar. Now let's open Zedge, and that one, it is little faster on the Samsung. This time scrolling fees again really smooth on both phones. So last I'm launching the cameras on both phones, the for camera application. So let's see which one is open the camera faster in this way. And that one, it is very similar. Again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. Now check out internet browsing speed. So I am using for Samsung internet browser on the Samsung Z Fold 4 versus a Chrome on the Vivo X80. So now let's open wikipedia.org with same Wi-Fi network. So the Z Fold 4 is a tiny bit faster. So now let's open this English. Very similar again, not a big difference. And scrolling fees absolutely smooth on both phones. Next on the list is apple.com. This time again, Samsung Z Fold 4 is taking the lead. Very smooth performance on both phones. So now check out RAM management. So the Vivo X80 as well as the Samsung Z Fold 4, both devices has a 12 GB of RAM. So now let's start off with the phone dialer, still there in the memory. Settings, Amazon shopping. Let's see Candy Crush Saga. Instagram, still there. Pinout. Let's see PUBG Mobile, still there on both phones. Snapchat, Spotify, Subway Surfer. So opening up the temper and 2. So opening up the Twitter, and last we're back to the Zedge, and now last we're back to the internet browser, as you can see. So guys, what I have to say regarding the apps opening speed, as you can see that, and the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the Vivo X80 in both devices is perform head to head in the speed test battle, but in games the Vivo X80 is taking the lead. We have a 1 or 2 second difference between these two devices, but in terms of the RAM device in that area, and both devices is perform excellent in the RAM management, not a single refresh on both phones. So now let's talk about the battery sizes. So the Samsung Z Fold 4 has a 4400 mAh battery size with a 25 watt fast charging support, no charger in the box, while on the another hand Vivo X80 has a 4500 mAh battery size with 80 watt fast charging. Yes, in the box we also get a 80 watt fast charger. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like this video. So do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos like this, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace out.